Okay, well I think the Broughton Trust, it's like a second family. I love it here, personally, me. I think they talk to you on a one-to-one level, and they don't treat you as if it's an obligation to speak to them. They do it because they want to help you.
Whatever course we was on, no matter what we was doing, they was always there to, you know, like, is there anything else we can help you with? Can we help you with any other things, you know, debt problems or any other courses? So they've always been very helpful.
I first heard Broughton Trust through my friend, and we both started coming here, and we did a few short courses with maths, English, a wellbeing class as well. They're not like someone who's teaching you when we came to lessons, and they are like friends. It's very warm and welcoming when you come, and they give you your confidence back for you to be able to go back out in the world and speak to people and do what you want to do, get where you want to be in life.
Oliver's Youth Club opened 6.5 years ago. Opened as a result of demand in the area or lack of facilities. Opened in the midst of a regeneration programme called New Deal for Communities. And in some respects, opened out of the necessity for it to open and have an alternative provision. Well, I think one of the ethoses we've always tried to do within our youth environment around ages is not having that rigid structure of, you know, 8 to 11 and 11 to 13 and 13 to 16. We live in a community where they all know each other on the street. They all have that crossover with each other through brothers and sisters. But one of the things we found quite soon after getting into youth work was older, you know, 14, 15-year-old girls and lads bringing in their 8 and 9-year-old brother. And in actual fact, they were basically young carers. Because, you know, mum was at bingo, you know, they were very much attached to their older siblings. You can then fall upon that young person 2-3 years later, and they might be doing something quite wrong, and you go, oi, and they'll turn around and look, and they'll realise that there's someone there in front of them who's done something for them without them having to ask or pay for or anything. Someone has been there for them outside of the mum and dad who is an adult and has provided additional to their life. And however, you know, some of the fun days we've had in the parks, when some of them young people have left and read some of the evaluations, some of the comments afterwards, best day of their life, it's hard to sort of like, you know, comprehend how much that has impacted on that young, not only that young person, but the mum and dad, and when they go home and how it impacts afterwards.
My name's Helena Green. I'm 58-year-old. No purpose in life, felt useless. Found a friend in Graham Cooper at Broughton Trust, and he introduced me to a new way of life. Without this kick, I just dread to think where I would be up to now, because I'd sunk as low as you can sink. Then he introduced me to creative writing at St Sebastian's Centre. Didn't think it'd appeal, but after my first visit on the Wednesday morning, I was just itching for the next Wednesday, because I'd enjoyed the atmosphere, the life. There was 5 girls there from 5 different generations, all different qualities of life. And it's just been the best period of my life for a long, long time. And even should I move away, I'll still come back to Broughton Trust and carry on my writing. Couldn't live without.
Past couple of weeks we've been sorting out Halloween projects. We've been asking the kids what they'd like to do, and they gave us the idea of a spooky trail, where it's based on Challenge Annika / I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, where we take the kids. We're going down to the Amber Project, the park down there, and there's going to be lots of different boxes filled with weird and wonderful things, which we're going to be making up, yes.
People as well.
And there's going to be people there that are going to be jumping out on them. We're going to have people with hands in boxes going like that and everything. And they're going to be putting the hands into the boxes to find a clue, which will then take them to the next box to find the next clue, and then eventually finding a big treasure chest. So that's the whole concept of it. I met with the Broughton Trust, I could say by accident, because I was in Albert Park when the Broughton Trust do some events for children. And somebody from Broughton Trust just asked me if I'm interested in any courses, and actually I didn't thought to do any courses at that time, but because the way they said to me, you've got the crash, you've got opportunity to do the courses, to do the placement. So I always like working with children, and had 2 children on my own. So I went for it, and that was really life-changing for me, because I managed to do 2 years qualification in NVQ level 2 and level 3 with help of the Broughton Trust, with childcare help, childcare cost help and everything. So I ended up now working in Broughton Trust, which gave me really big step forward in my life. I get out of the house, I get the job, so that's really life-changing for me.
People are quite surprised around Salford about these adult learning courses that are available, primarily because a lot of people are in work, in employment, don't get told. It means a lot to me to help people benefit from these courses, because I've been in a situation where my confidence has been low. Keeping your mind occupied doing these courses, it can boost your confidence and get yourself out there, and that's what it did for me.
About 2 years ago, there was an organisation called Out at Salford, which has its own 3G football pitch, but tragically it closed. And what we did is we reopened it up, and that allowed us then as youth workers to go out and challenge some of the outright racist behaviour that was happening within that area, and not just within the 3G football pitch, but within the park. And since then, it's amazing. And on a Friday night, that plus 90 young people using that facility, 27 different nationalities we had over 1 week playing football together. So some of them, it's that starting point coming out. That's about them building up their confidence, but actually seeing that lots of young people are being scouted for Premier League clubs. Secondary league clubs, we've got one person now who's been signed on for the first team for Preston, and I think the reputation we have now is we have quite a few coaches coming down now on Friday night, looking at some of the footballers we have. But just the fact that they're coming together, and you've got 8, 12, 14, 16 years of age, even 18 years of age, and you're allowing them to mix, and from each other they learn. The approach to the training is very much about fun. It's about fun, how to get on, how to work together in a team, and in fact the whole idea of team is not about I, it's about team, and literally the defender and the goalie is just as important as the striker. And if you start that from an early age, and that carries on to the 14, 15, it's quite interesting, because then you can put them in a group session around most issues, and because they understand what team means, they can work or gel better together as well, and then things then pass on to when they become an adult. They're quite important things.
When I first came in, I wanted to be a hairdresser, that's what I said, and this is what I was telling Broughton Trust, that's my dream, I want to be an hairdresser, I have my own salon and all that lot, and then they introduced me to Paul for the single ticket programme, and I'd never in my wildest dreams would I thought of looking after adults with disabilities or mental health people or anything like that, and now it's my career that I want to do. I want to look after people, I think, because these have shown me, obviously they're rewarded at the end of it what they've done for people and the change in people's lives I've made, and that's what they've shown me to do, and now I'm doing it. It's the most rewarding thing ever.
They always very friendly, very supportive, very helpful, very kind. They give me the initial steps for my future to get the job.
Now I've come to the Broughton Trust, I kind of know where I'm going, whereas before I was kind of confused. Well, by kind of I mean a lot. And now I know where I'm going, and I know what I've got to do to get where I want to be, thanks to the Broughton Trust, because they've helped me realise that I am a lot more potential than I thought I had to start with.
I think that was very important for me. They were like more friends than just, people who's doing the courses.
They are the hope, they are the light, and they show the right direction to the people.